Let me catch my breath, okay, let's hit 'em. While I show these brothers how to let her like talking in rhythm. Talking in rhythm.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We're here with another episode of Talking in Rhythm. This is Chuck the Barber, and I'm here with my two co-hosts.
Hey, I'm Vanity the comedian.
Body the Beast, Dallas on.
No doubt, y'all. How everybody
You did
doing?
not have to throw that in there.
I just had to.
I just said something about y'all being soulful. You did not have to throw that in
Yeah,
there.
you did it.
No.
You threw shade on this shit.
Did
Yeah.
and will every time.
Well,
I'm not from
exactly.
here.
Well, he got to defend this.
But you here now.
He got to
I've been
defend
here
his turf.
15 years. I refuse. I hate when people tell me, "Oh, you a Texan now." No, I'm not.
That's about right.
Yeah,
First of all, I
hate that
moved
too.
out here when I was 20, so I ain't hit that mark where I'm like, I've been here longer than I was in Louisiana. No,
All right, we'll wait 5 more years.
I'm a Louisianimal to the day I die.
All right, y'all. We got a little bit of news on your man Jonathan Majors. Anybody want to start with it and break it down?
What are you talking about? What happened?
Well, from what I understand, he admitted to choking his girlfriend out.
I don't see the problem. What that bitch do?
They don't really know. I guess you saw the video.
I want to know. I'm not getting on that bandwagon where everybody, oh, she got choked out. I feel bad for her. Nope. I feel like if he choked her, she did something. I victim blame. What the bitch did. I need to know what she did. I'm on his side. I'm sure she did something to get choked out.
And
How
I'm
you feel
different.
about that?
I was on his side until he just admitted
That he choked her?
Because the video looked bad. It's like, dang, just
You could
because
kind of see him leaning on her inside the van or whatever.
I didn't want to assume what was going
You
on.
couldn't see it though, but
Yeah.
he was leaning on her.
You could infer, right?
I
She
know
might
she
have caught him a
need, I know
nigga.
she need to run cross country. That bitch chased him about 5 blocks.
Now that's what threw me off
I
because I'm
was
like, she
wow,
chasing him.
She did not give up.
She wanted her league back.
You know, he was in shape from training for the movie Creed. But
I
damn,
mean, maybe she liked it. I mean, is getting choked out really that bad? I mean, it might have turned on a little bit.
well, she chased him, so she didn't.
Look, she liked it. She liked it. I'm on his side.
That's what had threw me off. I just feel like, he got to be more, he got to handle his emotions.
Well, he got found guilty anyway, so he could admit it anyway. I mean,
He can admit it now, but I'm saying even in the instance of that, he should have controlled his emotions better. Now I feel for my girl, he with now.
But my thing is, man,
ain't gonna do
you
nothing
so
to
you
her.
take one mistake and just damage your whole life. Like, how long? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, them one of them. It's certain crimes that you do that one, it just don't come off. It just don't. It mess up your whole career, mess up your whole life.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is one of them. Murder actually not one. It actually can increase yours if you get away.
First of all, I feel like if he just do one good movie, somebody put him in a movie, he do a good job, all this shit will go away.
He got to get the movie.
Well, he gonna do a good job because he's a hell of an actor.
He is, and that's all it take. Think about it. It's been a lot of people that did shit, and they put out a good song.
He gonna start on Tubi or something.
Hey, it's certain crimes. No matter who you are, once you get accused for it, they got to get you. Domestic violence is one.
OJ beat his case
Pedophilia,
and
any
still
child
was
molestation cases. Look at
I
R.
mean,
Kelly.
yeah,
Look at
child
Bill
molestation,
Cosby.
yeah.
Bill Cosby beat it, and he still won't be. He won't be
First of
remembered.
all,
He won't be
okay,
remembered for that
speaking
case.
of- okay, well, you want to talk about that's another one because he just released a song from prison and people was going crazy over it.
They're not
so
going
it's
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
they
I'm
definitely
crazy.
was. They definitely was. If that man, let's say,
Maybe
Talking about R. Kelly?
Yeah, I don't think they were going
let's
crazy.
say that man
I
get out
heard
of
the
jail
song.
tomorrow.
It wasn't that
Let's say that man get out of jail tomorrow and he announced that he gonna go on tour. People going. I'm going.
It won't be the same. I guarantee you. He lost a lot of people. In certain cases, it won't be the same. We'll be happy for him as far as people who are longtime fans. They
Niggas
putting
be
the
sneaky
they putting the
listening.
artistry over the man, but it won't be the same.
Niggas be sneak listening.
Nah, I listen loud and proud. Cause
If R. Kelly dropped the album, I would listen to it.
I
definitely
won't go to a
listen.
show no more. I used to be around him. I got videos he shouting my mama out, but it's like once you know that about somebody, some stuff you just can't. You
I
just
ain't gonna
can't
lie, I still
excuse.
go to a show.
I would listen to the
I
album.
want to go. I don't want to go because I feel like, damn, like I ain't never get a chance to see him live. Shit, I want to see him before he die.
So let me ask you this: what's the purpose of releasing a song from prison anyway? Like, what is that about?
I mean, I guess to be like, I still can do it. I still got it, or you know what I'm
So I
saying?
think,
Like,
who else? Tory Lanez and a couple
Tory
other
Lanez
people?
I think it's to stay
Some
on
music
people's
recently.
mind. You got to that's their livelihood. That's all they know. So it's probably something they use to cope with their situation.
Are
Yeah.
they making money from it?
I would think if they
Well-
dropping it on their databases. I mean, R. Kelly ain't because they gonna take it from him.
well, yeah, R. Kelly. I mean, so what he did was it was the Residuals Challenge. That's the name of the song by Chris Brown.
okay.
And if you go listen to his snippet that he put out or whatever, he talking about, You know, like, I'm locked up. He's like, thank you to all my fans, all the years and stuff like that. You know, this is a fucked up situation. But he was like, you know, I'm still making money, but who getting it? And he played into that residual.
I seen that. Yeah, I heard that part.
Yeah, like, you know, like, who getting my money? Who taking out of my residuals? It worked. And it's actually good. It's like, dang, like, kills.
I heard the Tory Lanez song. I think he threw a couple disses at a couple people, didn't he?
So it's like,
was it Kendrick? I think. Right?
I feel like what they doing is they
he said
using.
he wish he was Drake or something, so he
need to stop.
They using their
something like
music.
that, right?
They using their music to write letters. They just writing a letter to everybody through music.
Okay.
You know, it's like, hey, I can't mail out y'all individually. Somebody put it out, and then they so high profile, the media is putting it out because we wouldn't have heard it.
How long did Tory Lanez get anyway?
They said 10 years.
I think he got 10 years.
Yeah, he trying to do an appeal now, and he keep talking like he finna beat it, get it out.
I don't
innocent.
think he shot.
He be
that
giving
girl
me
in the
hope,
foot.
false hope. I'm like, damn, this man innocent.
You a fan of him?
That's what's crazy. Not that. It's just I'm a fan of an innocent black man being wrongfully accused and getting out of jail. I'm a fan of that.
I don't feel like he shot her. I feel like the friend did. You know, but you know,
I don't know.
They said she kind of manhandled him, like
She
got him outside and dragged him.
I mean, that's
bit.
a big bitch.
And
I know he a little dude.
She ain't no, he a little dude. And she a big bitch. That be like 5'10".
I don't think he had to shoot it. He could have used other
And
things.
she was thicker than she was cock strong.
Yeah, she done got her body right too. But I just feel like if he innocent, that's what I'm saying. Like even with old boy coming out saying he admitted to doing that. It's like if Tory come out right now and admit to shooting her in the foot. Do you still be on his side?
I'd be like, what the bitch did to get shot in the foot.
What can anybody do to deserve?
I'm a reactionary person, so like I'm not gonna look at situations the same as everybody else. Like the other day, my homegirl was like, y'all saw this middle school girl stabbed her classmate. I said, well, shit, what the classmate did? Because I feel like ain't nobody finna just walk up and just stab you for nothing. Like, you did something.
Sometimes some people just do
Some
it.
people do
So
that
good
is true,
example.
but
And I want to throw this in here.
in most cases,
it's not
it's a
one of our
reaction.
topics, but so the girl with the baton, that girl didn't do nothing but just run her race. And that girl popped us out of here with the baton.
She said she was. Yeah, it ain't look that way.
It
Okay,
didn't look
you
that
got a
way
good
at all.
point.
she did clock the shit out of her in the
That
head.
situation, I couldn't get on her side because she did hit that girl. You got me.
For no
Because she
reason.
hit that girl in the back of the head.
Yeah, that was
And she
wild.
getting
Why
all
they
this press and
embrace it?
fame.
First of all, because that bitch lying. Like that little bitch better be glad that other
they
little girl
charge
ain't my
her for
daughter.
that?
So right now she manipulating everyone
But
with her with
they
her
pressed
emotions.
charges.
Oh, they did? Where the
Yes.
girl is, right?
The
girl who got hit, her family.
I don't know if it's her family or because the state can pick it up. Like
Yeah, that's abuse. That's assault with a
I think it's
weapon.
battery.
Yeah.
They're gonna start making them batons.
They said the girl kind of
styrofoam
had like a
or something.
concussion.
She has
or
a
something?
skull fracture.
Yeah, that's what kind of first
So
off,
you
what
can't
kind of
say-
baton was
at
that?
this
Oh no, I never ran track.
At this point, the
When
girl
I
got
ran,
a
they was
skull
kind of like
fracture.
they
You can't-
are a solid object, but they wasn't metal, real metal.
I never.
She-
ran track.
You know what
she
they
hit
was?
that good. She better the fuck
They
out of
was
She
real
slapped-
metal
she
because when you
smacked
drop
the
them,
girl.
they'll make a noise. They'll pop on the rubber. Yeah.
But she deliberately did hit that girl. She was
And I'm
losing.
thinking to myself-
She got bad sportsmanship. The bitch hit the girl in the back of the head.
The thing, still a student, still a kid.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I mean, just because you make a mistake don't mean you.
I don't give a goddamn.
I'm
if
saying
she
she's
is
like
a
the
damn
bitch
kid.
made a mistake. The dumb
got- I
motherfucker.
I fight kids.
Did you got
Oh
kids?
damn!
No, I ain't got no kids.
Oh, man.
But that little girl better be glad I ain't her, the other girl mama, because I would have been.
Yeah,
I would've been
they
out there-
family.
I
Yeah,
would've
we
beat
had
her
to come
ass.
see them because it was no point. It was uncalled for. Now my girl got a skull fracture. She couldn't even win the race. She couldn't even finish the race or keep going. You really set her back. Like hopefully I assume.
Yeah, that was some wild. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
she
that
got
was big.
smacked.
Babe, I'm about to tell
And
you
you
right
have
now.
a daughter, so it's like
I'm
I
about
got two
to-
daughters.
yeah, two of them.
Yeah, my oldest.
What you
daughter
doing? You come
ran
out the
track.
stands?
More than likely, probably.
Because I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I'm not gonna-
Especially when you see your baby hurt.
I'm not gonna hit the other girl, but I'm gonna make sure my child is all right.
Oh yeah.
Man, I would have beat that little bitch up. I would have beat her mama up.
That
her
was
dad
uncalled
up,
for.
whoever was in the
That
stands.
was wild. I saw it. I was like, damn, she smacked the shit.
I'm
out
surprised.
of her.
Yeah, and I ain't got kids, but I'm just sitting here like,
It looked wild though. Like why?
even the form, like she had to go out her way to hit the girl.
I
She
know,
was
I
running
saw
like
it.
this. Then she was like,
She
then
swung
tried to
back
act like
and
she
hit
was
her.
just like,
Yeah.
why are you even slowing down in your race? Because you tried to hit, you tried to fake it out.
You need to be
May-
focused on your own lane.
Maybe she crazy because it looked.
she probably is.
It's like maybe, yeah.
Like-
It gotta be because what else you hit somebody like all these races you done ran? I know you ain't always get first, and now this girl, you
So
just
let me ask you, did
they
she
must be
lose-
fucking
did
the
she
same
lose
little
her
boy.
Scholarship or anything about that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's still a case.
I
It's
don't
still
know,
going.
but they.
Well, I don't
they
think that's
did-
part of the case. Is her losing a scholarship? Ain't got
But
nothing to do with it.
I'm sure she will because
It was high school, right?
Yeah, they high school.
Yeah, so it ain't no scholarship. She still
Okay,
can't kick out of school.
I didn't know
for
if it was college or high
But
school.
it was high school. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
dang.
high school. But they definitely did press charges. I think it's battery, some type of assault. But I mean, you already know them colleges
What's a
be
juvenile case anyway? It ain't like
them
Yeah, but
colleges be
she's
quick.
saying it's an accident and crying, and it's
I
like
saw
people
it.
pouring
I
into
saw
her.
it. Yeah.
Like, oh, she's just a kid. Nah, man.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy,
Just
'cause
the
it-
kid, my ass. Just
Yeah.
the kid can get ass beat.
That just,
I ain't that type of woman.
It just look
I
how
fight
much she just
anybody.
changed that girl life. That girl was about to go get second in that race. Probably got another heat or keep going. Now that girl got to sit back with a score fracture. She probably traumatized for real. I'd be scared to pass somebody
She'll be
again.
all right, man. She'll heal. She'll bounce back.
She'll bounce back. She will. I do believe she'll bounce back.
She'll bounce
But
Even with all
that
this
other
pressing
bitch,
and
I
all
hope
that?
they throw the book at that little girl.
She'll probably get a scholarship and everything. She'll be all right.
Oh yeah, somebody gonna donate. She probably got to go
I
for
hope
me.
they throw the book at that little girl. I don't feel sorry for her. But in most cases, I be quick to be like, what the other person did, I do be wanting to know. But in that situation, yeah, no. She definitely deserved whatever come to her because she shouldn't have hit that girl in the back of the head like that.
Let's back up for a minute. There's another piece of information about Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah, I just seen it on Shade Room. Yeah, he admitted since the age of 9 being touched on by men and women, and it's like I did a podcast. And this sex worker, she was on there, and she was like 90% of people in sex work been touched on since they was a kid, right? And so he ain't no sex worker or whatever, but it was like when you see how common that is, and then to see he got the he achieved success, and then he messing it all up. It's like, is he putting his hand on women from what happened to him as he a kid? You know what I'm saying?
So do you think he said that because of his situation?
I hope not, because he already admitted it to it. So I'm thinking like you don't need no more attention or trying to make an excuse for it for something like that. It take a lot for him to admit something like that. So that was big. I guess he's just in a vulnerable stage where he's just letting it out.
Women gonna say he need counseling.
Yeah, he need
help.
And I'm trying to figure out why my girl with him. That's still bothering me to this day.
Who's your girl?
Megan Good.
Megan Good. Yeah, he got Megan Good. He bagged Megan after that case.
He might be a good man. I don't know.
Women don't like good men. A good how?
What?
He a woman beater and he been sexually abused since
Hey
he
yo,
He ain't no woman beater. We don't know him to beat women.
He just admitted to it.
What she did. I want to know what she did.
What are some things a woman deserve to get hit from if she ain't put her hands on a man?
Giving him an STD.
Okay, yeah.
Spitting on him.
Yeah, spitting on him. A kid.
Having a baby that
ain't his.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit.
I feel you though. Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that deserves put their hands on.
Hey, y'all got a list.
If she hit him
there's
first,
some foul shit out there that'll
If
make
she hit
somebody
him
act
first.
crazy. Like,
but we
I've
can't
seen
sit up
people
here
go
and act
through
like
crazy
women
shit.
don't hit men.
That's fact.
And that if a woman hit a man, bitch, you better be prepared for what come behind it. He better hit her back.
But the thing is, a man don't come out well. Like you don't survive that. Like a man is gonna suffer the consequences.
That's what I'm telling you.
that's
That's one of them
true.
cases that
You got to be smart, and it ain't always easy, but you got to be smart, man. You can't.
that's why we not supposed to move off our emotions. We allow y'all to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like
That's why he was running. Like I can't let him get me.
how you get that weak to just have to hit a woman when you know you can dominate her. Like I said, he choked her out. He could have just hemmed her
I
up.
mean, I understand that.
The man was in shape. You say he was training for that movie.
I've been in a situation like
Yeah.
that. I've been in a domestic violence situation like that.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get hands put on you.
Shut your ass.
You said it. You too
did he get
aggressive.
him
You
in?
said it. You probably gonna throw the first lead.
He choked me out, and I had like a.
In Texas, that's an extra charge. If
I had some scratches and
choke
stuff.
somebody on a domestic.
Well,
Yeah, shit,
I
domestic
tried
period,
to.
they don't pay
Well,
Okay.
I'm just saying it's an extra charge.
Oh, for the
For
choking.
choking them, yeah.
He didn't
Extra charge.
punch me. He did. He choked me out. He wrestled me, like restrained me. He did push me up against a wall, but and I had like some cuts and stuff, scratches and stuff, but he was emotionally unstable, and I didn't. I'm not saying that anything's my fault, but in that situation, in that instance, it was some things I looked over, and it was when I went to therapy, and I actually because I had to go to therapy after that. But
Damn.
So it was your fault you got choked.
no, it wasn't my fault. No, motherfucker.
No,
It
I'm
was-
going with your mind. You like what that motherfucker do?
I mean, hey, but I can tell you what I did in that situation. Now, what I will admit to is that there were some things that may have been said before, because we didn't have any issues. We went out of town, and we was out of town like a vacation weekend getaway. We went to Houston, and this motherfucker decided to put his hands on me. But it was because of things that I looked over, like maybe him being quick tempered. like other things that he talked about, like situations he had been in with other people, not necessarily women, but just overall character flaws. And I guess, you know, we be looking over certain red flags, and then, you know, we get to know each other. We dating a couple of months, and everything was perfect.
So
like,
another word, he was crazy, is what you
he
saying.
really was.
Okay, there you go.
And
you cut to the chase. Let's
nah,
get into
for
it,
real.
It
And,
sound like he was just crazy.
Nah, he was, but it's a little more to it, because I don't know. It's just some messed up stuff. But when I didn't see it coming, and then when we went out of town, like, he got upset with me over some directions. Like, we're in the car, we driving. He asked me to look at the phone. He drive trucks for a living. And so it was like, he asked me the directions. I'm giving him the directions. And it was something as simple as, I'm telling him, go straight, but get over. Like, keep straight, don't turn or nothing, but merge over. And he was like, how the fuck? It turned into, how the fuck I keep straight and get over? And it went from there.
Yeah, he crazy.
So it was like, you know, it was something as simple as that. Now, if the case was like, maybe I put my hands on him first, or I yelled at him, not saying yelling results in somebody putting their hands on you, but if I would have been like a person that, like, I went and attacked him first, then yeah, he got the right to hit me back. But this wasn't a situation where, you know what I'm saying, I
was
did
just going
something
by
to
your
him
module.
physically.
Your module was, I'm a firm believer
But I'm
that
gonna
if she
ask
got
the
hands
question.
on her, what did she do?
But I want to know the question. I want to know, what did they do? Because some stuff does result in people being
But you know,
reactionary.
that's old school. Like, I'm a little older, so that's something you would hear in the 80s or something.
Yeah.
But like a older woman would say that to a younger woman, like, well, what did you do? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there ain't.
But I wouldn't say it like, I wouldn't
There's
sit her
not
down and be like,
there's-
what
there's-
did you do to him? Like, it ain't nothing like that. But in my mind, when I hear something like that, or we see the aftermath of it, it's like, okay, I want to know what led up to this moment. Like, not necessarily a what did you do, but what led up to it, because it's always a story behind some shit. A lot of shit don't just happen out of nowhere. So I just be wanting to know the origin story.
I just feel like when you reach a certain plateau and in your career, your fame and everything, it's just some stuff you just gotta be bigger than. I don't think it's too many reasons. Like,
but we human.
Wait, that's facts. Like, people say that a lot, and people forget, just because you're famous and you got money, you're still a human being.
You're a human being
You still
with
gotta
human
live
feelings,
life.
with
Yeah,
emotions.
You still got, yeah, that's facts.
that you
I think we look at them in a certain kind of way, and we expect something different. But in the end of the day,
training.
people's human beings, man.
it's training. It's
Because
just like,
I mean,
like when
I
I
get it.
listen, so I have been fortunate to find myself making more money than I ever have. Not rich or nothing, but when I was not having no money coming in, it was a lot of stuff I wouldn't even care how I responded. But once you get to a certain, a joint life, or just knowing that your comfort, it's just some stuff you just can't allow. And like I said,
But
I'm
what
speaking
about
from the
people who
man's
that's not
standpoint,
enough,
we
though?
supposed to move
I
more
think we had a
logically than
conversation
emotionally.
last week about Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
The same thing, but you got to understand.
It go with all
it
aspects.
probably more than likely was in the moment. Like, you're still a human being, so you're going to slip and make mistakes.
And yeah, like
That's life.
that's good for you, because you got to a point where you feel like, I got all this, I don't want to mess it up. But think about all the people who do mess up everything in an instant.
hold
They
on,
do. They
like-
do.
let me
and
ask
they,
you
and they
this.
all go back and see if I
all
can
of
go
that
back in
shit is
time.
enough.
Look,
but then
it's a
like
level
you
of
still,
maturity.
But
Jonathan
let me
Majors
ask
ain't
you this.
18,
So
he
at that
30
time
plus.
when you was making more money than you ever made in your life, you ain't slip up at all?
No, I actually
all?
got no at all. My
You
record
never
starts
ran up
clean.
in nothing raw?
None of that. I don't have no kids. None of that.
you
never-
never,
you
okay,
never
you ever
closed
drunk?
on the
I put on
chick?
more condoms
You ever
than I ever had
had
in my life.
drink and drive?
No, I don't drink. So
Oh.
I'll tell you. Listen, my record. I haven't had a case since before when I was broke. My last warrants and everything is probably 2000.
Because I'm about to say, we all just literally a second away from making a bad mistake. Like, you going.
But here go the
That's
crazy
true.
part.
Going
I'm
out of
older
hand.
now, and I'm in more of situations to get in trouble. You get what I'm saying? But I got in way more trouble when I had nothing to lose. I had nothing to care for. Once it's like you had your daughters.
Yeah, that's right.
Change your life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Once I get that, we all dream of either be on TV, be an NBA player. Once I get there and accomplish my goal, it's like, well, I'm gonna I work my whole life for this. How I'm gonna let something so small.
But
take it away?
sometimes it ain't always because of your actions. It could be somebody else's actions.
Well,
that can
again, I
cause
I mean,
think
it still got to
it's-
cause a
it's-
reaction from you.
But it's still a level of maturity also.
That's what I'm trying to
like
say.
we talked
He
about
not 18. I
But
gave
we talked
Anthony
about
Edwards-
Kobe, the thing Kobe went through with
When
his
he was younger.
case when he was young. You
and
know
Kobe,
what I'm
my
saying?
favorite player, and I still didn't put a
Yeah.
pass on him.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, you make mistakes. You're still a human being no matter
Yeah.
what. Like,
He was innocent.
The right. I mean,
He beat his case. He's
well,
innocent.
yeah. But I'm just saying, in the right situation, it still was a mistake all the way around the board. That ain't something you do.
Right.
Yeah, you
But see,
don't.
so when
you
we
don't
talk
run a
about-
train on somebody's You know what I'm saying?
So,
Raw with 8 other people.
He should have been thinking, but we don't know how he is in his bedroom.
Well, I'm just saying he was young and he was immature, so he made a mistake.
And that's the same excuse I made for Anthony Edwards. So that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking about Jonathan Majors is 34. He's not 18.
That's facts.
And he just did one of the biggest movies of his life. You got to look at the timing of everything too. That's what I'm saying.
But just because he's a certain
age,
age,
came up from right before the movie.
But just because he's a certain age, don't mean that
he still got trials and tribulations to go through in his life. Like I know people that's older than that and still out here slipping and sliding.
Making
right,
mistakes.
but we can't make no excuse for it.
Well, no, it ain't no excuse.
Gotta hold him accountable.
It's just everybody don't overcome their demons.
Right.
Like
I'll let a 16-year-old pass on some crazy stuff like
making
that.
mistakes is easy.
That's respectable. He
making a mistake is easy.
All right, we ain't gonna get caught up in that. We got some other stuff going on. Let's talk about Charlston White. What's up with Charlston White, man?
He's just a genius.
You think he's a genius?
I usually didn't like it. Mm-hmm. He said something about me before, but
what he said about you?
I did a song with a white boy that say the N word.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew the white. If you talk to the white boy, you would miss it. Mm-hmm. Somebody pointed it out to me, but the song is already out now, right? And I'm being from Oak Cliff, and he like, whoever did this, they need to be slapped. So I went up to him. I pressed him, nothing crazy. He a whole different. He makes it make sense. He knows he did this. So the thing we talking about right now is how he dissed that man and his daughter, right? Mm-hmm. But he went on the podcast, and his first things was like, man, that's messed up. But so it's what everybody forget. Charlston White used to be an advocate for this. Like, get this stuff out the streets, clean up the city. He said, okay, if you can't beat them, join them. So now he just started. He gave y'all what y'all wanted, and now y'all hate it. Because when he was speaking up and saying, get these crazy games. Why is this? Go Yayo performing at a school and all his music is gang, gang, bang, bang. He like, why y'all promote that to the kids? Now when he go and join them, he just contradicted himself. He just know how to make money. That's why I say he's a genius. He know. He said he is the algorithm.
Yeah, because we still got backup. There's a level of maturity that should come with.
It's a level of don't give a fuck that come with it. He's mature as hell. He's well spoken. He knows his shit.
I think he does it to market himself.
That's what I'm saying.
My opinion.
And it's his money. So
I don't think it's genius either.
So it's his point. Do I care about your feelings more than I care about taking care of my family? Fuck your feelings.
Well, my thing, but this is the thing that at the end of the day, it's called like integrity, pride, stuff like that. How low do you stoop to make a buck? That's all I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. When he wasn't getting paid for it and was putting all that online.
So what?
That's what I'm saying.
That don't make it right though.
It don't.
Don't make it right.
It's like this, right? I live my whole life. You go work hard, live your whole life doing it right.
So basically, tell us what he did first of all, if you know what he did.
Well, yeah, like after the guy, I forgot his name.
Lil Ronnie.
Yeah,
the rapper
get
from
money,
Fort Worth,
hood
right?
fame, running.
Yeah,
Lil Ronnie,
get money, hood fame, all of that.
Him and his daughter.
Got gunned down at a car wash.
Yeah.
And it's a sad situation. And of course, everybody, pouring in online and paying their respects. And Charlston White, being Charlston White and doing what he does, he came out and he said some, defamatory stuff about the guy and his daughter getting killed. And, some people didn't like that. They felt like it was a bit tacky.
It was bad.
It was
distasteful.
Very distasteful, talking about this man it's an unfortunate situation. Now I will say this because I've said this, I said on here, I've said it to other people. When you're dealing with situations like that, I'm a firm believer of you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? It is an unfortunate situation for me, for the little girl. That's a 5-year-old little baby. She ain't had a chance to really live her life. The daddy, I don't know a whole lot about him, Lil Ronnie. I know that,
Good
from what I heard, he in them streets.
Product of his environment.
He a product of his environment. And this is kind of like what comes with it. His daughter ended up being a casualty of war. And it's unfortunate. And we don't want to,
So let me back you up. So what did Charlston White say about Lil Ronnie and his daughter? And also the daughter's mother?
I want to give a key fact. He did an interview with Say Cheese. And before he said fuck him or the daughter, he was just speaking on the situation, and then the baby mother came in because for some reason, and even I even be wondering, like, people, you can't tell somebody how to grieve, but now she picking up the camera more than ever. She keep bringing it up. She throwing people names in it. Oh, he had my baby daddy killed, and so she attacked Charlston White for his interview, and in his interview he was saying things like, he never was saying, he was saying, hey, good Ronnie, Hood Fame Lil Ronnie was a good dude, but he around what he around. Now kid get killed, now everybody, kids been getting killed. That's all he's saying. He's saying facts. Kids been getting killed, but now since he's a notable rapper, now it's different. Or he was saying like people saying, oh, the streets say kids are off limits. He said, since when was kids off limits? Because I remember the mafia, the cartel, if they can't get you, they getting your next of kin. You're getting your family. They getting whoever.
So how does that got anything to do with fuck his daughter though?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what his interview was basically. That's what he was saying. So he did a whole interview.
And it sounded like you trying to clean it up for him to say
I'm
that.
telling you
Though.
what he said. No, he did a whole hour and a half interview.
But that don't make it.
You asked the context of where it came from. I'm telling you.
Yeah, okay.
He did a whole hour and a half interview. That's what he spoke like. That's what I'm telling you. The baby mother then attacked him.
I mean, I know she's a little,
So that's what I'm telling you. That's where the fuck your kid came from. Is at this point, fuck your feelings because you're coming at me. That's what I'm saying. He'll tell y'all. He said she should never came for me. She done pissed me off now. So fuck her daughter.
But he also he did this before to the boy out of Chicago.
Once they piss him off, that's what I'm saying. It's everybody who attack him. He don't care. It's like right now, if we into it, I really don't care about your feelings or how you feel. It's fuck your mama, fuck you, it's fuck whoever. If depending on the degree we into it, some people don't care.
That's like us sitting here having a conversation about it. Like, let's say it just happened yesterday, and we sit up here and we talking about it, right? And we talking about how sad of a situation it is, and we giving our take, because that's the thing. We on these podcasts or
that's
people doing interviews, they're just giving their take because the person interviewing gonna ask, and then somebody see it and they be like, you know what? Fuck them over there because they over here talking about my kid and they talking about my baby daddy. Then I can see myself coming back and being like, you know what, bitch, fuck you.
That's where the fuck the daughter came from. It came from once the baby mother started coming at him. She go be a mother and just handle her business. It don't go there. It was never fuck the daughter. He never said fuck them. It became that once she attacked him.
Once she came
at
him.
That's how
she coming
reacted.
at a lot of people.
That's what nobody's saying. Everybody acting like he just went out there and said fuck that baby. No, it was a reaction to what the mother did. But I guess it's the mother grieving. We just got to leave her actions out of it. Because he getting paid to do a podcast. Everybody talking about your kid and your baby daddy being killed. But when I speak on it, now it's right, that bitch ass nigga and this and that. So now it's like, well, shit, let me give you something to be mad for. Fuck your daughter.
I don't think that's right for them.
I don't agree with it at all.
And let her just go crazy.
I actually like the dude.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at the same time,
somebody else like that too.
No, it's still at the time. Like they ain't been in the. I don't think they've been dead. 2 weeks?
They ain't in the ground yet.
But she been on the internet.
She has been doing a lot though.
She came for him first.
Did you
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He never did. He said stuff like, "Good Money Lil Ronnie wasn't a bad dude, but he's around the people he around." He said,
"Yeah, I saw the part. He said he was a robber, sticker man, all that stuff."
Yeah. He said, but he just got a product. It just happened from what he was.
The life he was in. And it's the truth.
Like you just said.
I can't feel bad for somebody that.
I feel bad for the situation.
I feel bad for the
once
situation.
Once you understand why it happened, you understand.
In my opinion, like I hear what y'all saying, but this is just my opinion.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think he just took advantage of the opportunity because he did the same thing with the King Von, and it like right now he don't have the flair he had. Like it kind of died down, and he's trying to.
Well, he gonna always stay relevant with his mouth.
Well, I'm just saying he wasn't the same guy anymore. Like it had kind of died down, and now he's trying to get back into it. And I think he just took advantage of the opportunity.
Well, I feel like she gave him that
to run. Yeah, but I'm saying he took advantage.
Well,
of the
that's his MO, right?
I feel
so.
You,
It's like we don't expect that. So once you attack him, he don't care. He's just the person that don't give a fuck. And so I think it's a mixture of both. Like you say, it's like you already done pissed me off, and I know that now when I say what I want to say, I'm finna get paid for it. But fuck it, you finna have it.
She needs some better people around her. I ain't gonna lie, because she has been doing the absolute most.
This is another thing too, and he did this, and this is why I think. This is why I say he's a genius. He showed just how powerful this is. He said, right now, everybody talking about your daughter and your baby daddy. Let me show you how quick they just be talking about me. Once he said, fuck that daughter and everything, it wasn't no more, RP to the dirt. It's like, damn, Charlston White so fucked up. Now he back in the media. Now they want to book him for interviews.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I think he
said that.
It's obvious. I think it's obvious.
Yeah, and she done had people turn on her now because it's not even about, them people not even in the ground yet. And it's been so much online because she's so grieving so loudly and she's going on here. Like she accused one girl of being a part of it. The girl had to go live and tell like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Then the GoFundMe shit. Have y'all seen that?
Where you talking about she flexing money, but then she got GoFundMe?
So people mad because they like, then look, this one I don't be praying for everybody because.
Well, it just look like she one of them people that just kind of come from the bottom and ain't got her shit together.
I mean, but
I'm not giving her a pass.
She claimed before the GoFundMe fiasco went down, she claimed that they had money and they was good because he had money and this and the third. But now everybody mad because it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes, and now they like, I'm mad I gave money to this GoFundMe because she ain't doing nothing, but she uses it as a come up. But Look,
at the end of the
I
day,
don't be
we had
giving to nobody
a
GoFundMe.
5-6-year-old little black girl that lost her life, then had nothing to do with anything that took place.
So it's already a bad situation.
And in my opinion, it was distasteful. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know Charlston White. I watched some of his stuff just to see what time it is, and a lot of times when he was doing that kind of stuff, I just get away from that, right? But I just, a little child lost their life. I just felt like it was tacky. That's just
The
my
thing
opinion.
I didn't like when he said, he was talking about the video and he was saying why her daddy ran from the car. And I was like, if you pay attention to it though, it's like he was vacuuming the car. They came bussing. Of course, he didn't know she was hit in that moment, but I felt like he ran from the car to lead them away from her so she wouldn't get hit. Of course, she was already caught in the crossfire. So it's like, because I'm sure they didn't know she was in the car. You know what I'm saying? They just bussing because they seen
It's
it.
hard. When you getting shot at, you can't think that fast.
Well, he violating rules of the streets. You could tell he ain't had no guidance as far as a criminal. Man, you can't live a normal life and be a criminal.
Sure can't.
You can be riding around in neighborhoods where people
And
get shot at with your child,
personality,
and
be
you're
out
doing
there.
dirt. But yeah,
Like I said, I done heard a different story.
You
I heard he didn't
gotta
rob
put your
the bank.
location
I
there.
heard
You better start acting
somebody
right.
else robbed it and they got him. We just would never know. But when you know you got people coming for you, we just can't. I mean, that's broad daylight.
You need to keep your head on the
That's
swivel.
a different
You need
type
to
of. You would
move
think,
around.
like I said, you be thinking like, damn, what should you do that bad? Or they come get you.
where's
broad daylight with
the
3
rest
guns.
of the girl's family at though? Like, where's the grandmas and uncles and stuff like that?
I seen them interview like either his grandma or Annie. I mean, they not in the camera. That's probably where they probably really grieving, really handling the behind the scenes. The mama is
The mama is the only one
she's
that's-
getting talked
that's
about 'cause
out
she's
there.
going at the camera. She's wanting the attention. She's welcoming.
She's
Yeah, I saw
going
that. I
live,
get it.
calling
Like,
people
you
names
So they
out.
probably them people probably are around, but
Twerking,
they just not on camera. They're
drinking.
really dealing with the real life of it. And
Well,
she-
only ask I don't know. Like
Yeah,
you probably know more than me.
Yeah, I'm
you know
only
what
assuming.
saying?
I knew him. We did a song together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really touching. I'm not even excusing Charlston White. I don't like what he said. I'm saying why he said. He asked why. It came from the mothers coming at him first. You know, and he a dude that just really don't give a fuck about nobody. He don't care what I think. He don't give a fuck about my feelings. And
And he gonna say the shit that motherfuckers really need to say, to be honest, because it ain't a conversation that ain't been had. It just ain't been had by people in front of the camera. He's saying the shit that motherfuckers need to say. Like, it's the
He
truth.
kept it real.
It's the
I know they keep
truth.
leaning, I try. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go.
It's the truth.
But yeah.
'Cause
And that's what I was
get
trying to
it.
say. He was showing like, look, everybody grieving. You like in this moment right now. You feel like you could say something to me, your son, and they'll be unthought of before they even put it in the ground. And he showed her. He said it. He went on live again and said, look, I talked about him now. Look at everybody talking about me. They ain't nobody grieving over your son and your daughter no more. They not even put it in the ground yet. They not even talking about it no more. And it's true.
This is just like some of the stuff I think. Like, how far is people like willing to go to say and do the things we say, like say the things that we say about each other just for shock value, just to get clicks and likes and stuff.
I mean,
Like
some people-
that's kind of, to me, it's like getting over.
well, it's different.
Overcooked. It's like overdone. It's too far. Like, how far is too far?
That's
Like,
why I
Well,
said
we
it's
too far
different when
gone.
it's.
Social media fucked
That's
that
why I
up.
said
yeah,
it's
but I mean,
different.
is there a limit? I mean, you
It's
gotta
different.
have a ceiling, a cap to this shit.
It's different once it ain't just likes and clicks no more. It's your way of life. It's your payment. He's getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
So
doubt,
like I said,
understand.
it's like your feelings, spare your feelings, take care
And
of my
that's
family.
what people want.
And some people are more so like,
This
fuck
is what
everybody, I'm gonna
people
take care of my
want.
family. I know. So what I'm saying is, if I get paid for giving the people what they want, controversy. They want controversy.
Let me ask you this: like, you from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Of course, but you're not from Fort Worth, where they from? Because I
Yeah.
always wondered, like, how does the people in his neighborhood or where he's from feel about him?
He said, listen, he said this interview. He said, I'm going to say this and ain't nobody going to do nothing to me about it. Because like I got to my homeboy, right? So I be in the streets and I be hating it. I'm like, the streets are myth. And you be like, okay, if a dude like Lil Durk, right now he in trouble for getting get back for King Von. Like what a street nigga supposed to do when you say, I got your back, really, I'm going to ride for you and this and that. But now you saying, this nigga got all that money, he dumb as hell for doing it. It's like, damn. So if he either dumb as hell for doing it or he weak as fuck for not getting get back, it's like, it's a lose-lose. I'm actually proud of him for trying to do something for somebody that he knew would have did it for him. You get what I'm saying? But then my homeboy arguing like, he dumb as hell. But then we were getting the same argument when how Get Money, Lil Ronnie died. And if nobody get no get back, it's like, he was riding around with all these niggas who didn't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
you
it's a
also
lose-lose.
just said once you get to making money and you get to a certain point, then it's like you're not gonna dig in situations like that could
Right,
fuck
but the
everything
streets is
up.
different.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he ain't just a street nigga. He a street nigga with money. He a rapper. He's a known person.
And he's getting his money and he's still in the streets.
You can't handle situations like that.
Yes, you
because
can.
Because then what happens? Now look
So
where he
the
at.
dumb
Look where
thing
he
I
at
would tell
now.
him, the dumb thing I would tell him is he should have got out the streets. But if the streets is how you still getting paid, because he was still getting paid for being a street rapper, doing street shit, that's kept his image. So if you're gonna still be in the streets, do the street shit.
But where did that get him?
Well,
It got where everybody in the streets get you dead or in jail. So, but that's what you chose. So I'm never mad at. That's what he said. That's what Charlston White said.
That's not the goal.
He chose that life. He understood what came with it.
The goal is to be better. You try. I don't know.
Some people goal is to be a street nigga.
I don't know him. I can't pass judgment on him. I don't even know a song. But again, I'm a little older, and I mean, there was like rules, I guess. Like if you're gonna move like that, you just don't go around places like that with your child.
And you know why why that rule exists? Because like Charlston White said, when was it really? That's a made up rule. When was it a rule that kids are off limits? They say it's a street rule that the kids.
I don't think them dudes knew that child was in the car.
I don't think they
knew she was in the car.
But I also don't think if they drove that far and got the drop on her, would they have stopped because she was in there? Because I heard my homeboy told me, hey, I've seen my op and he could have did me in. And he's
they
like,
probably just wouldn't have shot at the car. They would have just shot at him.
It's just like how I say I'm raised to respect my elders and you raised like fuck them elders. It just depends on how you come up.
Well, this is Texas. They looking at the death penalty.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
they're
it's capital
going to
murder.
do life or the death penalty.
But it ain't a death penalty because
I was raised to respect my elders.
I'm saying with the last podcast you said.
I know, but I choose not.
And that's what I'm saying. So
no, you like beating up on elders. You said that already.
And you just said you fight kids.
I will. So
damn, who won't you fight?
They're human.
You fighting big ass crazy niggas.
So that's how people can take the same
violent,
and that's how them street niggas probably took that same mentality to the shootout.
You need counseling.
I've been to counseling.
You need to go back, motherfucker. You need Ritalin.
I just feel like these hands for everybody.
Right. And so it just depends on the person. That ain't like a legit rule. It's on the person.
Shut up.
All right, we're going to move around. Peace to the little girl. I don't know her name or nothing, but we're going to move on to life coaches. And I guess, what's the name of the show? Tonight's Conversation.
Tonight's Conversation.
Yeah.
So basically, for people that's watching, y'all kind of know what's going on with Keita Rose. Tonight's Conversation was a podcast that actually took off, and they ended up going and doing tours, going to different cities, and it was a lot of relationship-based stuff, conversations, right? A lot of men and women would come to these shows and stay and get
really
up
asking for advice.
Look, really asking for advice, really telling their business, like in front of all these strangers and stuff, and they would give them advice on the situations, and they was doing good, they was making money, and then boom, Keita Rose, who was actually on the radio here in Dallas, she got fired. Ace Metaphor, who is the spearhead of the Tonight's Conversation, they got into this big debacle, and she went live on TikTok and did a whole series talking about the mistreatment they was getting, not getting paid, and the manipulation and all of that. And so it's like, the funny thing about when you break down stuff like that, like when you get mad, you leave a job or whatever, and you go and expose them. The funny thing about exposing people, which I wish people understand, is when you expose people, you really exposing yourself. Because I felt like watching what I did watch from the series, like you did everything you could to make Ace Metaphor look bad, and Keita, the other Rose girl, Kitty Rose, and everybody else look bad, but you really made yourself look like a dumb bitch. Like you really, to me, what I took from it is like, bitch, you don't know how to handle your business. And but with her breaking all of that down and talking about everything, it's like, are life coaches like really that valuable? Like, what is it? We do these podcasts, and we, to me, podcasts is for us to have these conversations out loud so people can hear them, and they can have they take it home. But I don't want nobody to look at me and be like, I'm gonna live my life the way she say live it. Like, no, I'm just telling you my perspective. But like, y'all don't think something wrong with people that just like completely and totally follow these pseudo life coaches online and social media? Like, I feel like that shit like blowing up out of nowhere.
You want to go?
No, go ahead, man.
So for me, because I'm kind of like a life coach in a sense with my podcast.
Oh God, Kevin Samuels,
but better. So it's like a right, because like what makes them. So this was with the Tonight's Conversation. How many of them people do you know a lot about it?
I do know a little bit about it. I know the only person I know personally is Rich Fontaine.
Okay.
Because he from Dallas.
Yeah, he's the funny one. Yeah, he ain't on there all the time.
With the big head. Yeah.
I know him personally too. So this is what I want to ask: how many of them are successfully married in a 5-year or longer marriage?
Kitty Rose, I think, is married. She got some kids. I know, but Keita Rose came out talking about she was cheating on her husband behind the scenes. She was like, but
how many of them married other than her?
I want to say just her.
And it's 5 of them on the panel.
No,
See,
what's his name?
A joke. You can cancel that shit.
No. What's his name was on there too? TC I Kill You would be on there sometimes, and I think he married, but he just had a whole bunch of shit going on with his wife recently.
So
they all going through stuff, right?
But now it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying at first when they was doing all this touring and stuff like that, it wasn't like.
Well, it wouldn't matter. What I'm saying is that's what I'm trying to say. They are just humans, just as us, and it's like only person who could like what they giving advice on, they don't even. It's like already taking their own advice. You get what I'm saying? So it's like right now, if I say, man, I want to know how do I get rich. I'm not finna ask a bum or listen to a bum tell me how to get rich. So I feel like the people.
No, hold up. Let me stop you. How you know that bum wasn't rich before?
Okay, well,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, but well, he could teach me better how to lose it than how to gain it.
No, but learning how to get it.
Okay, let me phrase my words
better. Learn from his.
If I want to know how to be successful and stay successful, I'm not finna ask somebody who's unsuccessful. So if I want to know about relationships, I'm not finna ask somebody who's not in a good relationship or not in a relationship. That's why they say when these girls listen to their single friends, tell them how to live their relationship. So it's like you gotta see who your coach is. That's why when coaches have championships and you talk about a good coach, you go to them coaches that win. If I want to know how to win, I'm going to somebody who has won and who keeps winning. I'm not going to somebody who never won. And so, like with this, and with life coaches, period, it's like you just got to do your. I mean, because people read, they all reading the same books and learn the same information. But if right now I want to go with somebody who got the experience. If we started a business right now, I want somebody who did the shit right for 15 years versus somebody who got a piece of paper that said they should know how to do it. You get what I'm saying?
That's smart. I mean, but there's a lot of truth to that because I hear people like. Getting in group chats and stuff like that, people like say, their piece about how a marriage should work, and then you ask them like, "Have you ever been married?" And they'll be like, "No."
And that's going off of what they hear, what they read.
Yeah, it's like, they read or heard something. It's like, well, I've been married, I'm divorced, so I got experience of being married and getting divorced. You know what I'm saying?
You might be more accredited than them.
Yeah, you hear some crazy stuff. Like I heard a woman tell me one day. She said, "Well, loving somebody and being married to somebody should be easy." I'm like, "You got a lot to learn." Because being married is hard work. It's work every day, no days off. Like really though, it's hard.
That's why
it's not easy. Like seriously, it's a lot that you got to deal with. But as far as like life coaches go, I'm gonna say this: I went to premarital counseling, I went to marriage counseling, and everything we did was through the church, right? So basically, they kind of do the same thing, but they use the Bible, for doing it or whatever. And this is just my opinion. I knew the very first time I went to premarital counseling through the church, I knew that was not the right way to go. Because for one, it's super hard on a woman, right? A woman goes, I can do that, like a obedient woman, and she has to, submit and all that. Submissive. And I'm like, listen, this is 2020 something, whatever, it's 2000 something. A woman like, I'll submit if you do. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, nobody's doing that to that level that is saying do that to anyway. So the best advice, like you said, you a life coach. I wouldn't call myself a life coach. I'm a barber. So I cut people's hair all day. So I talk to people. Young guys,
be very
old guys.
knowledgeable.
So we have conversations, right? So I might get advice from them or I might give advice to them. And all I can do is give them the best advice that I know. You know what I'm saying?
They have to choose how they take that advice.
Well, the thing is, you learn from your mistakes because I could reflect back on what I did wrong. I could reflect back on maybe something I could have did better during my marriage or whatever, or should I even got married or a reason, stuff like that. So you give out the advice that you feel appropriate, even though it's up to somebody to think that, it's good advice or not.
And that's what I'm saying. And because you can get advice from your peers who ain't educated in none of that, and if they just have the experience or just know, or they can just give you some light. That's why you respect your OG. So for me, I got a podcast that's kind of talking about relationships. I've been through all types of relationships, and mine, I make sure I let everybody know I'm not coming here calling myself a doctor or none of that, because that don't matter. Everything I'm telling you is from pure experience and damn near testing it. I'm testing it. Before I tell you if you should do this, I already gonna tell you how it's gonna go. And most time when I give people advice, like a lot of people successful off my advice, and they be like, "Damn, bro, you told me exactly how it's gonna go." A book couldn't have taught me that. Me going through it, it can teach me that.
And I'm gonna say this too. Most of the time, and this is just my opinion, what I found out, you know, and I'm speaking just for Black Americans, you know, African Americans, whatever. You know, everybody don't like being called African American. So what I found out is people don't really like the sacrifice. They don't understand the concept of sacrifice. Everybody's scared to lose, right? So they don't want to throw something on the table and maybe lose it. You can't win the game if you ain't playing it, for one, right? So if you're scared, then just don't get in it. Stay single, creep around, whatever you're going to do. Don't even get married. You can't be scared. You got to be willing to take that. That's why it's called a leap of faith. You don't know what's around the corner. And what I found out a lot of women, and I'm not trying to just single women out, but a lot of women, what they do, they try to cut out all the risks. Like they can really eliminate all the risks. It's real life. There's no way you can do that, right? So a lot of times you, like where they say, oh, it's a red flag. So where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's a problem, and a lot of them will cut out quick. Oh, I seen this before. I'm out. So you're never going to win like that. Like you got to be willing and understand the sacrifice. It's a risk. To gain something, you always got to give up something. And people think they want their cake and eat it too. You'll never get that. Anything you want in life that's worth having, you have to give up something to get it. And it could be the simplest thing. Like you went to school to get a degree. What did you give up? You gave up time and you gave up money. You cannot get your cake and eat it too. You have to be willing to sacrifice. So if you want that person or the right person, or whatever, you got to be willing to take risks. And that's the advice I give people.
That's what me and my best friend, we be talking, because, you know, this 50-50 subject come up a lot. It's basically just doing what's comfortable for you and your situation, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's upbringing is different. So I could tell you the right way, but the right way might not really work for you and what you got going on or how you want to live your life.
Because there's not a real right way. There's no. When you hear people say, "Oh, that's dysfunctional," that's bullshit. Function the way you function. Don't sit here and tell me that I have to pay all the bills because I'm a man. I grew up in a household where even as a kid, I had to work and we paid bills. So me and my grandmother, we functioned the way we had to function to make it, right? So somebody might come along, oh, that's dysfunctional. Bullshit, we making it. It's function. You know what I'm saying? You're going to function different from other people. Stop trying to be other people. And you're not going to be other people.
Every woman that come with that mentality of men is a man that pays all the bills is getting told that they never lived that life where they saw a man pay all the bills.
It ain't even that it's wrong or right. If the man is willing to do it, God bless him, right? Yeah. So that's what it is. So it's no right or wrong to it. It's about how you function, how y'all work. So stop trying to live the way she live and do what they do. Maybe that man ain't built like her man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's not built like you. So you have to find your function in the way you function.
Because what if you're in a situation where in my situation, my man could make more money than me. In your situation, your woman could make more money than you. Like you have to work with what works for you. Like
but I'm saying that even comes up from people seeing how stuff should go from what they're reading. So like even if you come from like, you know, like back in the day, that's why they call it like traditional modern. It's like if my great grandma never had to work because she couldn't work. You couldn't work. Yeah. So when women be like, my mama never, she couldn't work. But things like you said, the number one thing that is constant is change. We live in a world where women have more rights than they ever had. They can work more jobs. They making just as much. Education. Way more. They got more voice. You can damn near run for president. The time where the man was supposed to and expected to is because he had to. Because he even wanted to.
Being black in America, like black in this country at a certain time, like the country actually really did divide the black male from the home. And in my opinion, it was intentional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I remember in the 80s, basically it was hard to get a job if you was black, like the Ronald Reagan era or whatever. And then the food stamp thing, and he can't live there if he want these checks or these food stamps. He can't even live there. So you had people going to jail because they was trying to get it anyway.
They get a little bit of weed.
So what happened once they started educating black women and they started making more money, they started doing stuff that men would normally do. So we became less valuable. You understand what I'm saying? So we lost our value somewhere down the line, and the women actually, they hate hearing that, and it's not their fault. They actually did become more masculine. I was raised by a woman. I was raised by all women. All the women in my life was a major part of my life. It wasn't a lot of men around. So I'm from that era. You know what I'm saying? So they did kind of become more masculine and more able to do a lot of stuff, and it did make it harder for a man to come along that's able to come in and deal with that, because you had generations of it. You know what I'm saying?
They was handling the shit.
Well, it's hard to come in now. You got a man who knows how to make money, who knows how to run a house. So I'm gonna come along and take your crown. Like what I used to say, you got one foot in the panties and the other one in the drawers. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to change that, because it's been drilled into you.
True.
Yeah, because a woman that did that is going to drill that into the child. You don't need a man. Like, you ever hear Jada Pinkett's interview? That was sickening. It was crazy. Yeah, I was like, wow, I ain't never heard nothing like that.
I get that a lot. I hang around a lot of dudes, so we had these conversations and stuff, and it's like, it's funny because my homeboys, they don't get to see the soft side of me. Like, but I tell them all the time, nigga, that ain't for you. That ain't for you to see. Like, but if you go talk to any nigga that I've been with, like, they'll tell you that I definitely have a soft side, but it take that man to see it. That's because I'm with. No, I do.
You lying.
I swear to God.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm
I swear to God.
But
but the reason is, I mean, like, I have to take care of.
Imagine if the man that's pursuing you said, you don't get to see my masculine side yet. It take only my, you know.
You're right.
You get
No. What I'm saying, no, I'm not telling them that. I'm telling my homeboys this.
Okay.
Them my homeboys, they don't need to see.
You one of the boys.
They don't get to see the same side that my man get. They not privy to that. I don't even treat them the same. Y'all are my homeboys. There's no crossing that line. There's no gray area. It's y'all and then it's him. Like, period. But like I be telling them, like, y'all see the strong me because y'all are getting the version of me, like, I have to be the captain of my ship. Like, I live by myself. I take care of myself. I do everything for myself. So you see a more driven version of me. Like, you see a more, because I have to be in control. I have to take care of everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
There's
then
a
when
lot of women like that.
When somebody comes along though, and they're man enough to be like, you know what, you can relax. I'm going to sit back and fucking relax.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't want to work anyway.
Verbally, it's easy to say that, but you still got habits and tendencies that you picked up. You've been doing it too long.
I know, most
you're
definitely.
going to get in his way.
Most definitely, but I definitely know how to sit back and take the back seat when a man comes around. Like, the dude I'm dating now, like, ain't no issues with that. First of all, he too fucking big. I'm not arguing with nobody that goddamn big. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to, no, whatever you say goes. Like, I know how to sit back and just be a woman with him. But he also has that energy, like, he has that masculine energy that I need to balance me so I can be cool.
But that's what's up.
But you know what I mean? But my homeboys, fuck them. They don't get that shit. They got their own bitches to worry about.
Yeah, but you don't sleep with them, so they don't count.
Exactly. They don't fucking count.
We running short on time, so quick. We're going to hit this real quick. It's your top 5 comedians of all time. I'm start with you, since you're a comedian.
That's a good one. Start with her.
Shit, you should have started with yourself, because you know a lot more than I do. Hell, I be telling people I don't know that much about cutting the house.
Just give me your top 5, fam. I ain't got to hear all this bullshit.
Shut the hell up. Top 5. You know, I mean, I would put definitely Bernie in my top. I love Bernie. Shit, I love Jamie Foxx. Lunel. That's me. I'ma say Richard, because I like the rawness. 5, I'ma say Dave.
Okay.
Chappelle.
I like 2 people in there. Go ahead.
Mine gonna be a lot different. I'm gonna basically base mine off of basically the stand up just had me crying harder than I ever cried laughing. So Kevin Hart. A lot of people don't like Kevin Hart for some reason, but I like Kevin Hart. This one's gonna be kind of new, but Drewski been funny since I seen him. I'm gonna put Drewski up there, from his skits to just his overall personality. Anything he pretty much do is funny to me, and I feel like being a comedian is like you can just make me laugh without even trying to make me laugh. You dope. I like Cedric the Entertainer. He was one of my favorite on Original Kings of Comedy.
He wouldn't be my top 5 though.
I feel you. He had the best.
I love Cedric though. I thought he did too.
Okay.
I actually thought he did.
Yeah,
I really did. I really thought he did.
All right, and then I need 2 more. I like Jamie Foxx. I like the show.
Jamie Foxx is hilarious.
His stand up back in the days was better. This last one kind of.
He just did it differently.
I mean, he did.
He was explaining his stroke. It was, he trying to add comedy with.
It was kind of hard.
Yeah, it was different though.
But I'm gonna go. His show was so good. He was funny to me, and then when Cat Williams came on the scene, he definitely had me rolling. So Cat Williams, that's my 5. It's
I
kind
like Cat
of
Williams too.
it's kind of
Yeah,
tough.
your
There's so
top 5
many.
is ass, bro. I can't. That's just
I
garbage.
guarantee
That
everybody
is
agreed that them people was
garbage.
funny.
Comedy is subjective.
Comedy is
Top
definitely
5 of
subjective.
all time. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I'm not even backing your time. I wouldn't. You can't tell me a Richard Pryor joke that's funny to this day. To me.
Well, I'm just saying, even right now, there's funnier comedians
Shit,
than a lot of people
Give
you
up a
name.
crackhead joke.
Well, go ahead, give me your list.
I mean, my list is always going to be Richard Pryor first. That's
Okay.
just facts. It's going to be that. I got Dave Chappelle second.
He was never funny to me.
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle second.
Okay.
Yeah, and, you know, the list get a little tricky after that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people I don't want to leave out, and I don't think you can. But I want to add Red Fox to that top 5, but I'm not. Yeah, I grew up on Red Fox.
It's
and Red
crazy
Fox
because
was
for that show to be
hilarious.
that old, it was funny to me.
Yeah, right. Red Fox was hilarious.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and add Red Fox
Bill
to the
Cosby
list.
was funny as
I'm
hell.
gonna add Red Fox to the list.
See, and your list is kind of like that.
I'm
Jordan
gonna go
LeBron.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. So I got Richard Pryor,
Dave
Red
Chappelle.
Fox.
Dave Chappelle, Red
Red
Fox,
You got 2 more.
Eddie Murphy. Gotta add Eddie. I would actually put Eddie up above Red Fox and put Red. Yeah, I would put Red Fox right under Eddie, and that's hard to do. But yeah, I love Eddie. Was different. Eddie was definitely different. And then it's tough after that. I want to go with Jamie Foxx. Man, that's tough. But I love Chris Rock, man. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna split them. I just gotta go with Chris Rock and
You
Jamie
get a
Foxx.
top
You know who was
six.
a funny motherfucker? Dick Gregory. When that motherfucker do interviews,
Dick Gregory,
dog, that motherfucker is funny.
crazy. Dick
You know who
Gregory.
I like? I like Ryan Davis. He one of
I
my
like
up
Ryan
and coming.
Davis,
Like
too.
I like his wittiness, his cleverness of how he tell a joke.
You got a lot of good comedians that really get overlooked. Now they don't really pay attention to the great comedy.
I'm
comedians.
gonna tell you who one of my favorites. That's a newer one is Tony Baker.
Tony
And
Baker's all right.
So this is a person out here in a lot of people list that none of us named, and that's my boy Mike Epps. A lot of people like Mike
I wouldn't
Epps.
put him in my top
Not
five.
top 5 now.
Oh.
Yeah, he can't crawl into that.
I wouldn't
There's
put
no
him in
way.
my top five.
I mean, he got different. He just pretty just like pointy out, call jokes.
He can't get into that though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
I
been
hear a lot of
taking
people
over.
in a
Chris
in a
Tucker
newer
was
generation,
funny
like in the
to
30 and under. I hear Mike Epps, Cat Williams, and everybody's top 5. Almost everybody.
Cat Williams
Cat
probably be like
Williams
my
ain't that
honorable
funny.
mention because I love Cat Williams.
Cat funny.
Shit,
Cat
Miss
definitely
Pat-
ain't
Miss
in the
Pat
top
funny
5.
as fuck,
That's
too.
not gonna happen.
I mean, your all-time list is kind of like the Jordan situation. It's like I didn't really get to see Jordan.
I feel you.
I
understand.
know it,
No,
and I respect
but
it,
I
'cause-
respect that. I get it.
Because everybody you named,
Because
I
there's
know
other
it.
people
I
I
was
could have
taught
named. I
that.
could have named people like Dolomite, Blowfly.
Shit,
There's a
Patrice
lot of people.
O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal was
Patrice
hilarious.
O'Neal, everybody.
You got a lot of people that's
A lot of
hilarious.
people that's gonna put him in their top
A lot of
five.
people put Bernie Mac in there.
Yeah.
Not my top 5.
I get
I
it.
love
I get
Bernie
it. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's just depending on the era you, because like a lot of your people,
Uh-huh.
like I said, like Red Fox had me laughing Sanford and Son.
Red
but
Fox was hilarious.
I never got to
You gotta,
grow up
like,
on him. And
a few of them guys in there that I named, and I'm gonna speak real quick because we gotta go. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, and even Eddie Murphy. We talking about game changers where they actually restructured comedy, not just for blacks, but overall. Like Richard Pryor actually took the slapstick punchlines out of comedy. Like he actually got up there and talked about his life. He was the first guy to do that. He actually changed the game. Like actually, really, was
The
the guy.
formula.
Yeah, he'd get up there and talk about anything and make it funny. It wasn't a punchline anymore. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that if you ain't old enough. But look, we got to wrap it up, man. We're gonna catch up to y'all next week.
This is fun.
Yeah, we had a good show today. I like this show. So we're gonna sign out, my man.
Body the Beast.
Body the Beast.
And Vanity the comedian.
And Chuck the Barber. We're gonna holler at y'all next Monday.
Every beauty need a beast.
Bye.
How
Good
you like
job,
that?
guys. Good job, guys. I'm about to go to bed.
Well, take that motherfucker and edit it and post that one. That's the one I definitely want you to post. I like that show. I like the last one too. You see how it went smoother when even though this nigga was late, but it went smoother when we like more prepared.